Hi, everyone. A lot of people are wondering about the Brighton Democratic Committee designation or endorsement process that resulted in me, the only black member of the town board and longest serving member running for the office I am contesting, to not gain the designation of the body. I want to preface the video I'm about to share with you with some facts. One, our most recently elected town justice, Vic Vilku, who is brown skinned, not coincidentally, was also not designated by the Brighton Democratic Committee. Two, contrary to the overall disgusting bullying and prevarication occurring in the video by Councilmember Christine Corrado, there is a process codified in New York State election law for deciding primaries. And as a BDC member with the same constitutional rights as any American citizen, one is free to support whomever they wish in the case of a primary election. And three, this video exposes in very stark terms how black and brown members of the Brighton Democratic Committee, and whoever dares to support those members, are bullied and harassed and treated with disdain by members of the Brighton Democratic Committee, including your current and former Brighton elected officials. It is particularly disgusting how Supervisor Bill Maley yells at Mr. Wilt, who was duly recognized by the chair of the meeting to shout his opposition to Mr. Barnabas. This is the hostile environment that black and brown identifying members of the Brighton Democratic Committee have to endure, and despite this abhorrent behavior, we do so in service to this community to ensure that all voices are respected and heard. So, as you ponder whom to vote for this election, I would hope that you consider carefully who is going to stand up to this administration's policies targeting our most vulnerable communities, the people shouting down the marginalized members of the Brighton Democratic Committee, or the one person who has courageously demonstrated time and time again that she is willing to stand up for the constitutional and human rights of every member of our community without fail. Vote Robin Wilt for town board.
All right, so we need a motion to include Rajesh Barnabas as a member of the BDC.
Well, I'm a longtime Democrat. Been very enthusiastic about the Democratic Party ever since Bernie came along. And I think I offer a lot because what I bring is ability to kind of negotiate across various lines of political groups. And I think I can bring people together. Also, I want to mention that I'm a middle child. And so we get it from both sides. And I think my biography is like growing up, getting trounced by both sides and being able to take criticism. I think that's a good disposition also to have on committee, especially, you know, when we have all these like discussions. So
Questions or any more discussion?
I have a question. All right.
Linda, go ahead.
Rajesh, is that how you say it?
oh, it's Rajesh.
Okay. Rajesh, you're running against our designated Democratic candidate for county legislature. And you're now in the committee. That seems to be counterintuitive.
I do have a comment, and that's in the form of a question, and that is, are you familiar with the number one responsibility of the committee, the mission of the committee?
Are the other members that are joining familiar with those things?
The reason I'm asking is that I will answer my question for you. And that is that it is the purpose of this committee to elect Democrats. And when the committee nominates a Democrat to run for office, the consensus is then that the committee is behind that candidate and isn't working against that candidate.
I do think that I've made your designated candidate a better candidate, and he's even admitted that. So
I believe the gentleman did present himself to this committee as a candidate originally, and I don't care for this, what sounds to me like a high-tech lynching of a minority member. We do not have enough minority members on this committee. And I do not think that the questions that are being brought, I think they're very disingenuous to being a member of the committee.
I would be happy. I would be happy to do.
No. Christine is next.
Sorry.
So timing is everything, right? We, as a committee, follow a cycle of designations on the calendar. We get behind the designated candidates, even if our town level committee is not, if our vote doesn't align with what the greater Monroe County Democratic Committee ultimately backs. We get behind that designated candidate and we do the work to get that candidate elected. Timing is everything. When the time is right for members to come on, they come on when they are ready to pull the weight that they need to pull to get the members elected. They should not, no one should approach this committee who is actively campaigning against a designated candidate who has gone through the process, who has put in the work, and who is 2 weeks out from getting the vote up or down to win. After that election, great, come back and see how you can be, any candidate, not just you, Rajesh, but anybody who is considering joining this committee, come back then and see how you can contribute to the Brighton Democrats.
Timing is a bit coincidental because Rajesh has come to meetings, like it's basically taken most of a year to get to this point, and I implore this body to do the right thing tonight.
Point of order, I've had my hand raised. Mr. Wilt interrupted.
I'm sorry, I didn't see you, Bill.
Okay, Bill, go.
I would ask this committee not to admit Rajesh as a member.